Hello, lovelies. My name is Jkay. Welcome to another edition of the TLIG Review Show. And on TLIG Review Show, we bring your brand to the world stage while we expose our audience to the best brands, services, and products in the world. I have a guest today, and his name is Caleb Ogweh. Caleb Ogweh is a content creator and also social media influencer. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. Good to have you on the show. I'm excellent. Okay, so today we'll be talking to you about what you do. So tell us, why did you go into content creation?
My journey into content creation it's a long one. I started creating funny content online, Facebook to be precise, and
When?
that should be 2015.
Oh,
Started 2015, 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
7 years ago.
Okay.
So initially, I didn't start with creating content like that. Just the normal digital marketer you meet online.
Okay.
But then I started noticing the abilities because normally I mix with my friends, we hang out, and then we have this conversation, and everybody, Caleb, you are funny, you understand? The kind
They were gingering
of
you.
conversation
Yeah.
where you make witty remarks and everybody start laughing.
Laughing.
I started creating memes from there, and people be saying, Caleb, this is good. This. From there, I said, okay, let me come up with a brand.
Okay.
And the brand will serve as an umbrella for all my content creation ideas. So
Okay.
that's how Caleb of Lagos came about.
Came about. Okay. Recently, it was said that the person who created TikTok said he did it because of the jobless people, or he did it for jobless people. You know, it was trending some some months ago. So it wasn't like you didn't have anything to do. That was what led to content creation.
I had something doing,
Okay.
you know, but there are some abilities you can't hide for long.
Okay.
I was fully into digital marketing and social media marketing. I promote brands.
Okay, so you've always been on the internet
Yes,
space doing your
internet
thing.
space, doing my thing.
Okay.
But not really the type that creates funny content.
Content. Okay.
Just digital marketing.
Strictly business.
Business in general.
Okay.
Then I agreed with my friends, and you have this
They
ability.
kept commenting and
Kept
encouraging you that you could do
encouraging,
it.
Caleb, you can do it too. Started for creating memes, and before I fully went into
Content.
writing skits and directing skits.
Okay, so you do skits now.
I do skits. I write skits and then I direct as well.
Oh, does it pay?
Content creation pays in general.
Okay.
You know, everybody is glued to their phone these days.
Yes.
You understand? You see people scrolling, watching videos, and
We're
you
always
know,
on our phones.
there's a lot of ways content creators monetize their content. If Facebook is not paying you, YouTube is paying you, and then you get influencing jobs as well. Brands want to associate with you, tell you to promote their product
because you have the audience.
Because you have the audience, and there is money in content creation.
So there's money in content creation. That's nice. All right. What are the challenges so far that you've experienced in this content creation? Is everything just easy for you? Like you just think, okay, I'm going to this location to create content, and you just get there and everything is smooth. You just bring out your camera and start doing your thing. Is it that easy?
It's not always easy.
Okay. So what are the challenges you face
I
so
think,
far?
you know, it's like you coming up with a concept. You say, okay, I have this idea, let me write this kit. And you know, when you are the owner of an idea, you already picture how everything would be in your brain. And so when you get to location and people start interpreting the rules, before you know, one or two people don't get caught, don't fight. What did they do you? I know they had this rule again, I beg. Man.
And they will just be angry.
Before you know, you start looking for another person that can perfect
that
rule.
Wow.
And yes, it happens.
So things happen.
It happens. It happens in location whereby you see two crew members, probably they have been beefing themselves.
Okay, so there's tension between them.
There's tension between them.
So that day.
And you know one thing about interpreting rules, you need people to connect.
True.
You need that flow.
There has to be
but
that
before you know, I mean, not to own yourself now.
attitude.
Then you start re-strategizing. So that's one of the challenges.
Okay, apart from that, nothing else. You just everything is smooth.
No, everything is not smooth. Everything is not smooth. Nothing is always smooth. Another thing is the resources, funding. You know, there are some ideas you want to implement, but you don't have enough resources to implement it. So you kind of limit yourself to what you have. and the picture you have in your brain, you are not manifesting it fully, you understand? Because
you're restricted by finances.
Restricted finances and everything. You have this kind of concept, okay, let me create this kit. Okay, I probably use this kind of location. But maybe at that moment you're not having the resources to execute it. So
to get that kind of location.
To limit yourself.
You probably just look for something that looks like it.
Looks like it. And then another challenges in content creation. You know, there's this atmosphere that comes with audiences, you understand? People may like, you know, there are some people, there's this, when you are creating skits,
okay,
there are type of skits, you know, everybody does not love the same. There are
the
some
same
people,
content, yes.
Some people, they have this clownish kind of skit, people like this kind of, and then sometimes you do an intelligent joke, in your own mind you say, this joke funny to me, but when you drop it, people say, oh, I think this guy,
what is this one trying to do?
And then you see other people say, man, this
nice
top
one.
notch. So that's,
it can be challenging sometimes because you're like, there's this group of people that doesn't think this thing is cool, and then one or two be like, but this is nice.
This is nice.
Okay.
That's another challenge.
Challenge so far. All right. Content creation and influencing on social media. Sometimes people just think it's for women alone, right? So as a guy, are you guys limited in any way to, you know, when brands want to bring you, they want to bring you on board, do you think that there's that preferential treatment towards the female influencers compared to the guys?
I don't think there are preferential treatment.
Okay.
The thing is, depends on the brand.
Okay.
You understand? Like, for example, we have some fintech companies, like people that are into tech, want to promote their products. They likely would go for a male influencer. You understand?
Because it's tech.
They need that vibe. You understand? So everybody has
there's no restriction.
There's no restriction. So probably if there's a company now that is into cosmetics, beauty products, they will likely go for a female.
Yes, most likely.
So everybody has their own niche where they are dominating.
Okay.
So if you are good in what
just
you're
doing,
just
regardless whether you're a girl or a guy.
You definitely attract brands.
Brands
want to work with you. So
okay, so like you have about 1,000 brands working with you right now.
Not up to 1,000. Oh, we are trying.
You're trying. All right. Don't worry, I will send my PA to you. All right, guys, we'll go on a short break. And when we come back, we'll continue talking to Caleb. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. Hello, lovelies. My name is Jkay, and I want to talk to you about my show on TLIG Africa TV. And that is the TLIG Review Show. On TLIG Review Show, we bring your brand to the world's table. So if you are a producer of products, you are a brand owner, you're a business owner, and you want visibility for your business, the show to come to is TLIG Review Show, because that way you can talk about your product, where to get your product, how to use your product, and you get maximum visibility, which leads to maximum sales. So the show to be on for your business to come to the world's table is the TLIG Review Show. Thank you. I look forward to doing business with you. Welcome back from that break. You're still listening to the TLIG Review Show on TLIG Africa TV. It's your girl Jkay, and I've been talking with Caleb. Caleb is a content creator and, of course, social media influencer. Caleb, recently there's been some controversial gist surrounding some content creators that when you go to them to like help you, like, okay, help me post my stuff, come on board, come, let me feature you. They try to push some sexual advances at them. What would you have to say about this? Because I hear that your industry is dominated with such things. So tell me what the experience is. Is it true?
Okay. As with every industry, you have people that tend to do things the other way.
Okay.
But you know, you don't get to know people just because you are in the same industry. You know. Okay. People have their own personality. So when, as a content creator, you hear these news as, okay, this person is asking for sex, photos, and everything.
One is even trying to sleep with other guys as a guy.
It's, you know, news, there are rumors. And
some are not true, some are true.
You can't attribute truth to every rumor you hear. Why some may be true, you can just use it to quantify. Okay,
so let me direct it to you. Do you do sex for roles?
I don't.
You don't? Okay, so you go strictly for the talent, you're very sure?
I do.
Like if I come to you today that I want to feature on your skit, you're just going to look at me like, you know I'm a fine girl, Sha. normally.
Very
Uh-huh.
beautiful.
Thank you. So if I come to you, just be like, act, let me see. You're not going to start thinking otherwise, like your industry people would do.
I won't give you that role in exchange for sex, but if I like you, I'll definitely ask you out.
Okay, you're a wise man. That's better.
But that would be the normal way of asking someone.
Exactly, not using the
Not
role.
using the role as an advantage.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But you know, majority of people do that in your industry.
They do, but okay, you know, there's another thing. Let me explain something to you.
Okay, please.
There's another thing. You know, this content creation we are doing, we have some people, they will come to you. I have an idea. Can we do this together? And then you look at it, doesn't resonate with your own kind of content.
Okay.
People find it hard to handle rejection.
Oh.
Yeah, and you see some, they will blackmail you because you rejected them.
Oh.
They might
Now
just
I
quick
understand
up
what
news.
you're saying.
Yes. Now, I'm not trying to say
Say
we
that's
don't
exactly
have
what
bad
happened.
content
Yes,
creators.
yes. But there's
we
also
do.
the tendency that
But
this is what could be the
Yes, there are
situation.
tendencies that someone will blackmail you because of rejection.
Okay, so you pay now, I go come look
You
say,
complain and say, okay, man, your street is like fuck up.
ma just spread bad news.
I spread bad news. So
Okay.
it happens like that.
But you as a content creator, you've not experienced someone that is trying to like take you somewhere else because you need their favor. Have you experienced that kind of thing? You could go meet like a female content creator, like, babe, I want you to be on my skit and all, and then she's liking you. Have you been in that kind of situation before? Or
So many
asking
times.
you for so many times? Hi guys, so many times. Okay, so tell me what your experience has been. How did you handle it? Was it a female or a male? That's another situation. Okay. Okay, female. So how did you handle it? The first one. Were you surprised or you just went with the flow?
I wasn't surprised, but
Okay.
I just I came to do business, and that's just it. So
Okay. You didn't mix it with pleasure.
no, I rejected the advances. We continue.
When you rejected the advances, did she continue with the business?
She did, but with a little bit of
Grudges.
grudges.
Okay. Okay, you're still listening to TLIG Review Show on TLIG Africa TV. I've been talking to Caleb. Caleb, of course, is a content creator and a social media influencer. Okay, there's this thing they say about influencers, that everybody on social media is now influencer. So how do we differentiate the real influencers from the ones that are catching crews?
Okay, you know, influencing it's a big work. You know, people just think when you have a huge number of followers, then you can start influencing. And that's why you see a lot of influencers falling into certain traps.
Okay.
Like, they don't do their due diligence. This brand just come, it's paying huge amounts. You don't even know what kind of business. You just accept the offer and you start influencing, start promoting your product. At the end of the day, maybe such business is involved in certain
Exactly.
scandal,
I was going to
fraud,
ask you that question anyway. We'll get there.
start affecting the influencers. So it's not about having huge followers or having high number of likes, reactions on your post. Social media. Influencing is a business
On its own.
on its own. There are things you should learn. You understand? Like a brand coming to you to, okay, help me influence your brand. You're not even asking about the duration. You're not asking about the number of posts in a week.
Oh.
Just collect money. At the end of the day, Organa, 3 posts you thought say you could post per week. You never post anything. You know.
Okay.
So
there is structure. There's a way to do things.
There's a structure.
Okay.
Influencing is a business on its own. In fact, people learn it. But there is always this when you have content creators, for example now, like people create content.
Yes.
Probably on TikTok, Facebook, and it's beyond that.
Okay.
You understand? It's beyond that. And if you are doing something relating to influencing as well, it's not just about, let me just post this product. And sometimes a brand will approach you and, okay, promote this product to us. You just post the product and put price. Sometimes you have to be creative about it.
Exactly. Not like you just dump it there and write.
Right.
You have to create something
You have to create
around it, something that will catch the people.
Because the reason they are meeting is that they know you can influence this product. They know you can influence this
Not
brand.
because them they cannot post it.
Not because they can't post it.
Of course.
You understand? And there is this thing that comes with influencing. Influencing has to do with trust. You understand?
True.
Now, anything we Caleb of Lagos post.
Integrity.
It's not as if some people have millions to run adverts for their product. But there's this side of influencing that comes with credibility and trust.
Yes.
Now, Caleb of Lagos, I buy this thing. Definitely, if I buy them, yes, that's
based on the integrity,
based on
your own integrity, what they believe about you.
So that's one thing about influence.
Okay, so I was going to ask, like I was saying before, about when you influence for a brand and then something goes wrong. You know, Worry became recently. She influenced for one, all this investment stuff, and the thing went south. Like, because of her, a lot of people went. Because I went under the comment section and I saw how people were like, "How could you? Did you go to their office? Why didn't you do due findings before you came out and started telling us to invest? Now, our money is nowhere to be found." People lost millions. And she had to make a post and come and apologize and let them know that it's not like we don't do findings. The same thing happened to Mr. Macaroni as well. It was like, it's not like we don't do findings. We go to their offices, we see that things are happening, but sometimes we can't know how these things are going to turn out. What do you have to say about that, really? As an influencer, do you think that they were wrong?
It goes both ways.
Okay.
Like, for example, a brand might come to me now and say, "Okay, Caleb, let me influence this product," and then I check the product and everything, or probably
Verify it.
Like the ones you said are into
investments.
Sometimes they will take you to a location, you see buildings and everything. You understand?
They could even be rented. You
It
don't know.
could be rented, you won't
They will
see
set
on
everything, and you will sit down, take pictures, shine your teeth, and sign
and
paper.
everything. So I think the only thing there is, if probably you are influencing for a brand and things go south, and you don't have to push your audience away.
Okay.
You carry them along. You understand? Like the way reward picking.
She just quietly came out.
But the other aspect to it is that a lot of people don't know when things are going bad for the company. You know, as an influencer, you have to be following the updates coming.
That's why you were talking about influencers need to be trained.
Yes.
Don't think that influencing is just let me be posting picture and be dancing.
Yes.
If a brand comes to you, that's what you're trying to explain, and says, "Do this thing for me." You still need to be watching them. Their every step, because you are representing them.
Representing a brand.
And if anything goes wrong, people will drag you.
Okay, another thing, you see influencers when they are influencing for a brand, you'll be using we. When you put in 100K, we'll give you.
We give you yes.
And then the thing will crash. You can't talk, say, "I don't know." But you were using we.
As a matter of fact, when they sign them, they will say, "I'm now a family of."
Family.
They will say, "Welcome to the family."
So that's something about it.
Okay, so you would say that it's not totally their fault, but they didn't do their findings well. Is that what you're saying?
Like what I was saying, when things start, they start saying this thing. Instead of them putting up a disclaimer, probably, okay, this is how things are going, I'm no longer with this company. But because of the money they are still getting from the company, they keep collecting
and talking, not knowing that things have already scattered.
So sometimes the fault is from the company, because you can't. It's just like something that is hidden. You understand?
Yes, the heart of man.
Even if a brand comes to me, they might come with a good lawyer. You understand?
Yes, a prominent person. This lawyer cannot come and start doing something that is fake.
They are really planning behind the scenes. So that's why I said it goes both ways. So while you are doing your due diligence, try and be following up
on their updates on their page. Not like you just leave them. You collected money and just go and rest. So as a matter of fact, some of these influencers actually know that these businesses are going south when followers start coming to comment like, "I can't find, they haven't paid me my money, I cannot do this." That's when they realize that, oh, something is going wrong, and then they now start calling those brands. Yes. So influencing is not just forming and dancing on Instagram. It's a business. Yes. And it has procedures and all that.
You have to learn it.
Okay, you have to learn. Do you teach how to influence?
I do.
Okay.
I have a master class as well, where I train people on content creation
and influencing. Okay. All right. Okay, so we've come to the end of today's TLIG review show. I've been talking to Caleb. Caleb is a content creator and, of course, social media influencer. Okay, so Caleb, tell them about your classes and, of course, how to be an influencer.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Content creation, like we've been saying, everything is business. If you are going into content creation, you want to be a social media influencer, you have to learn these things. And if perhaps you want to learn, you can reach out to me. My handle is Caleb of Lagos, Instagram and Twitter. On Facebook, Caleb Ogweh. The Ogweh is OGWEH. So you can reach out to me and I will attend to you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. We've come to the end of today's show, and I'm sure you enjoyed yourself. Remember to follow us on all of our social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel at TLIG Africa TV. It's your girl, Jkay. You can follow me on Instagram at JK_OAP, and I'll bring you lots and lots of updates. So see you same time next week on the TLIG Review Show. Bye.